I think that the main point of the reading was the understanding of the theory of grouping certain people into one race. It goes through how it can be done through such a process, such as grouping from physical, biological, geographical, and other traits that a group of people may possess. And is also why we may need to group, also goes through why we may need to group these people together. The main reason for that is that the natural protection of the numbers that the group might bring. If the group is very similar, then they must be safe to one another, which leads me into a connection with a very similar topic from last week. I think it connects to the topic of identity, which, because race can be a part of one's identity. Aside from the physical aspects that one gains based on their race, it can also lead to them being raised in a very similar culture or around the same people of that race. Which leads me into my personal connection that due to my Asian background, I have a physical attribute of looking Asian. This makes it easy for me to make friends with other Asians because of the similarities we share, but harder for me to make friends with those of other races because of the differences that separate us. This isn't as extreme as the reading may make it out to be, but it can still be noticed in today's era. The first question I'll be going over is, what does the word identity mean to you? The definition that you find on Google is the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. My personal definition that I think identity means is more of who a person is rather than what they are. So more of what the person aligns themselves to be versus what race or ethnicity they are. The second question that I'll be going over is, what is my identity? I believe that my identity is based more on my personality rather than my race or ethnicity. This is because, based on my definition of identity, I believe that my identity is based more on who I am as an individual rather than the race or ethnicity that I grew up with. For example, such as in my personal connection, where I am friends with people of similar race, it doesn't mean that I'm not friends with those of other races, because my identity can align with those of another race because my identity is based on who I am versus my race or ethnicity.